What's up guys, Anders here with another Labs update video. This week we're going to take a look at the test server patch notes as well as go over some of the updates for the NA, EU, and Korean servers. Now before we get started, if you find these videos useful, please don't forget to like and sub to the channel if you haven't already. Every sub counts as we continue to grow. If you want to go the extra mile, you can support the channel by making a small monetary contribution and clicking that join button below the video or on my main channel page. Doing so is going to give you a badge next to your name every time you comment, as well as a few other perks like in-game codes and sneak peeks at content soon to be released for my channel. If you want, you can also check out Exit Lag and use my affiliate link to get a free 3-day trial of the software. It's a ping reducer program that helps especially with those of you with more unstable connections. I use it whenever I play on the EU servers for BDO, and you can use the code ANDERS at checkout for 15% off your order. Now, as for the test server, we have not received any updates on the eventual balance changes that we're going to get. I went through each balance change in the last week's Labs update, but I can tell you this, like I said last week, the damage nerfs may seem worse than it really is in practice because we don't know by how much the base modifier for each class has changed. The simplest way I've found to really explain this concept is by taking a look at Archer. Say the full bloom skill of Archer deals 100 points of damage right now on live servers. So we'll also say that Archer has a base modifier of 10, and that damage equals your base modifier plus the skill damage. So on live servers, because Archer has a base modifier of 10, and Full Bloom does 100 points of damage, Full Bloom deals 110 damage to an opponent. Okay, it's simple enough, it's addition. So the skill is getting nerfed 44%, so that means Full Bloom now deals 56 points of damage instead of 100. That's the nerf to the skill. What we don't know is the new base modifier for Archer. So let's say it is 50 instead of 10, so that means Full Bloom after the nerf deals 106 damage to an opponent. That's a 4% damage nerf from live, not the 44% shown. That's a huge difference, right? So this is all hypothetical, of course, and is not how the damage formula works, and is just a way for you guys to understand that we don't have the entire picture yet. So if we see 44% damage reduction, that doesn't mean that the skill's basically dead. That is why some classes even being tested on global labs seem to deal about the same damage or even more damage, which is the case I think for Ranger being one of those classes. Archer's damage has been decreased from initial testing, but not by much, and this is also true with Guardian. Her 9% damage reduction is barely noticeable. I'll try and keep testing on other classes throughout the week, but be wary of people saying a class is dead or whatever else if they have not been testing since this week's patch, since it is just now that we're able to spec out characters in test server with real world gear and crystals. We finally have the access to Hooms, we have access to Elcars now, and most importantly, we have access to Caphras to be able to build more realistic high-end builds. Now, apart from the balance changes, we now also have rentable life skill tools. They each give about 200 mastery and cost 50 CP to rent. Pretty good, if you ask me. It's no longer possible to create the Celestial map for Summoning Khan, which is fine since that method went away with the new Guild Boss summon changes we received a while back. The Herald's Journal received a 4th chapter. This is the journal with the time quests, my least favorite personally, but should be interesting to see what they have to offer. Some mining materials like coal, opal, crystals, and quartz are now all affected by the Hedgehog pet proc. I didn't even know that they weren't affected before. This is news to me, since I assumed almost all gatherable resources already were affected by the proc. This is a good change. They seem to have also updated the Schildsguard post near Sousen's garrison with a new field boss called Velmorn's Wraith. Up to 50 people can loot it, so it will be a DPS based boss, meaning if you don't go on your main, you'll have a tough time getting loot. The area has also been increased to 240 AP zone as well, and the drop rate of the blue grade necklace and forbidden books have increased. This seems to be an event and not a permanent change, but we'll see next week in Korea what they say about that. And that's pretty much it for test server stuff. As for this week's patch notes, I'm going to go over some highlights for each region. So NA, EU, the night vendor is now selling Caphras bundles. You should be spending all your energy on these if you have energy to spare. The prices fluctuate, but you can get lucky and save quite a bit of money buying these bundles over buying Caphras on the market, especially on NA. The event ends this Wednesday, so take advantage of it as much as you can. The new Door and Morgrim journal was also added. It gives 1 AP and 1 DP upon completing it. You're going to need 30 black stones, 7 ultimate reform stones, a dual green armor piece, a dual green weapon piece, a plus 15 boss weapon piece, a pry boss weapon, a dual boss weapon, a pry boss armor, and a dual boss armor piece to complete the journal. The items you hand in are lost forever, so keep that in mind. And also know that dandelions or awakening weapons do not count. If you buy prize or duos from the market, make sure to use them for fail stacks before handing them in since the quest does not require you to have the items at full max durability. Shai's finally also have the compose and play feature. Finally, you can compose on any character but play only on Shai's. There are daily quests you can do to increase your music rank to be able to play more notes, so make sure to do those every day. There's also a contest you can enter if you're musically inclined, and I'll have a link to that in the comment down below. In terms of Korea, Valkyries received their mechanic buffs and additional Blitzstaff flow I went over last week, so those will be hitting global regions this coming week. The barter window refresh has also changed, where it is now a point system. You get 100 points without a value pack and 150 points with a value pack. So without a value pack, you are looking at being able to renew the barter window only twice a day, and with a value pack you can renew it up to 3 times a day. You can also consume more points to refresh the window and get more material trades to help you craft your character faster. Overall, this is a nerf to bartering, but a buff to those looking to make characters faster. Only hardcore bartering life skillers, I think, even used all the 4 windows we have available right now, so I'm not sure the impact will be felt by most bartering life skillers. And that's pretty much it for this week. Remember, this coming Saturday is the Heidel Ball, where we're going to see the upcoming content for BDO. We know we will see the trailer or reveal for the new class, possibly male Sork from what we can see, and we may also see additional information on what they have in store for us this summer, possibly even the next Black Star armor piece. Thanks again for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.